Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today in this video, I'm going to walk you through creating a management structure in Azure. I'm going to do a live step-by-step from the Azure portal, whether you are managing a few subscription or dozen. Having the right structure makes everything more scalable and secure. So before we dive in, I do want to give, as always, we want to give a shout out to our sponsors, and that is the Enterprise Software Solution, the software dudes. Again, highly recommend these guys. Reach out to them. They are sponsors of this video today. You can see these are their trusted customers. And I am also a customer partner with them. Use them for all my Microsoft 365, Azure, Microsoft SQL Server, SharePoint, Power BI, and a few others. So definitely for any questions, anything super technical, by all means, reach out to this team. All right. Now, I do want to show this slide because this slide just shows you the whole breadth of everything. Like, you're getting all the virtual machines, you're getting cloud services, you're getting websites, you're getting mobile services, you're getting, backup, express route. Like, all these things are super critical to make your business successful. Whether you're brand new or whether you're existing performing business, getting on platforms like this and leveraging these solutions make it a lot easier and a lot faster to serve your customer. So do want to reference this as something not to forget on the long term. But as we are in this space, spinning up the virtual machines, we're talking about the very first step, setting up or creating a management structure. Right. So let's jump in. Right. And I do want to mention, like, managing a couple of subscriptions, can be easy, but once you start working with like a larger environment, your needs get just a little bit bigger. You're moving more into like the business needs and how you want to engage with your customer. You're going to realize that you're going to need something like a dev, a test environment, which is going to be a QA or user accepting testing environment, and then production, live production, what your customers are engaging with. And all of this could get messy fast. That's where management groups come in. And this you can see here, management groups. And I want you to think of management groups like folders or containers that help you organize your subscription in a clean hierarchy way. So at the very top, we have the tenant group. And then under the tenant group, you're going to create a company group. For this demo, I'll use AI Cloud or AI Cloud 2. And then under that, we'll build, dev, test, production groups. And finally, we'll assign the appropriate subscription to each one. All right. So I covered a lot. Let's jump in. You guys are like, hey, I'm waiting. Let's jump into this. Okay. So now that I'm here, and I think my PowerPoint slide, abandoned me, but that's fine. We're live in a system. The very first thing you're probably going to want to do, you're definitely going to want to do is, you can see I pulled it up. I pulled this up, so it shows up in my services, which is pretty common. So now that I'm here, right, I can basically go to the, as I mentioned in the previous video, go to the search and you put in manage. But as I start putting in manage, a lot of these services start just automatically popping up, make it easier for you to access, right? But because the goal is to get to this managed groups, but you can just go in here, type the word manage, right, and it's going to show you managed group, right? So we're going to click on that. And again, that's one way to get to this. The other way is just click on that. Boom, same thing. I'm there. All right, so now I'm here. I already created this, right? Because first time I created this, the refresh is taking some time. But I'm gonna create another one. I'm just gonna call it AI Cloud 2. We'll use the AI Cloud 1, but I'll call this AI Cloud 2, and then just create it again, so you can see it created. Now you're gonna see it's updating here in the notifications. You just gotta have to wait that it's creating the group. It's in progress. Now, while it's doing that, I already created this one, so we'll go here. You can see like, oh great, cool, we created it, awesome. All right, so I'll go back to my managed groups. And one thing I want to draw to your attention is, let me just try to close out and look at that updating group. That group's coming in nicely. You can see like update group succeeded, but it's still not here. So I'm gonna have to refresh it for it to pop up, and it didn't. There's another way. It just takes a little second to populate. But the one thing you'll notice is this tenants group, it actually can be renamed. I'm just letting you know that. Do not rename it. It creates more problems, frustrations, and challenges. So just don't rename it. But I do want to let you know, you can rename the tenant group name here if you just don't like that setup. All right, so let's jump back over here. And this is my little guide, kind of walks me through. So I created the group. They looks good. We looked at the notification. So we want to click on that 3 dots and on the AI cloud here. Now it is a little, it's a little right there. All right, so make sure when you're clicking on it, like you gotta click. So it's highlighted. Click, it's highlighted. And then go here. We're gonna create a trial group here, right? So what's gonna be our child group, right? So for the child group, we want to call it dev, or let's call it development, right? And then the display name is gonna be the same. So we create that child group and then click submit. Voila, super easy, right? Let's do it again. Let's create another child group. And we see here, the other one is test. So this one's gonna be test, or I'm gonna say test. I want to say user acceptance testing, but I'll just call it test. Just easy, right? Then we create it. Look, and then out of nowhere, our Cloud 2 showed up. So anyway, all right. Now that we got that, let's create the third one, right? So remember, we're clicking on it, highlighting it, and then adding another child group. And the last one's going to be production. And production is your actual live environment where you do business with your customers. So you promote things from dev, you build what you're doing in the background in dev, and then you move it to the testing environment. And then after it's in testing environment, everything is good. You push it to production, and then you do some post-production testing in a live environment. So we were successfully able to get everything right. And we want to make sure that in the notifications here, everything has been created, has been updated, and succeeded. All right, so that's awesome. So we got that. All right, so if I click down, the next step is I want to see, these environments, see that they were created, right? And you can see the other one was still going. So I'm gonna hit refresh, right? And then I'm gonna go here, and then boom. Now we got our 3. So this is awesome. We got our structure in place. Things are looking good. All right. So move subscription into the management group. So click on the 3 drop, add a subscription, and then pick the management. So let's just quickly do that. Let's go to dev. And I think I only have really like 1 subscription. So I just go here, add a subscription. Yeah, I can only really add 1 subscription. That's fine. I'll just do that. But usually you'll have a subscription that'll be like, development, production, and then test, right? So you're going to see, I'm just adding my subscriptions to these. So let me go to test. Remember, I got to click on it. Test, add a subscription, right? And this is just for use case. I'm doing the free account. Just this is learning. You're just understanding like, oh, this is how I do that. This is how I do that, right? You're getting comfortable. You're starting to see how the subscriptions are being assigned. And here, I'm going to click on production. But that conceptually, means it's probably not going to let me because I have it in development. Not a big deal, right? But imagine I've had, more subscriptions. See how my subscription is just kind of moving around. My subscription needs to live in dev. Actually, let me move that back. So you can see here. I'm just gonna go back here. If I had 3 descriptions, I should have like different subscriptions in here, and then that is pretty much where it'd be assigned. But so that is for educational purposes. Like you're able to kind of see that subscription has been assigned. So that's it. We're done. We set our structure. It's in place, right? We assigned it to our dev, and it's going to need a second to update. Right there, assigned it to our development. And if I had more subscription, I was just showing you how I moved it. If I had more, I could assign it, and you'll see all the subscriptions as a cascade. And I'll get rid of this one, but you were able to kind of see how this was created. So, all right, I hope this was helpful. right? This is really what I wanted to do today, is show you how really easy it is to build a structure and in this environment, because this is foundational. I'm going to be using this as I get into building out some other things inside of showing you some more demos, showing you more of how creating virtual networks, virtual machines, all that. That management group is vital. It becomes the foundation of that. All right. So you've just built a complete Azure management structure with the proper hierarchy and system replacement. So I hope this was helpful. Hit the like and subscribe button for more cloud content, and drop me a comment if you have any questions. All right. Thanks so much for your time, and see you in the next one. Bye.